Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everybody. So when you think about time, the ego thinks it can go to the past, right? So this is your idea that you can travel to the past or that you can travel to the future. No. But no matter what you try, you cannot leave the time that is now, because in the truth there is no time. There is only an everlasting moment that is eternal, and you cannot leave it. Yeah. You can think it. You can think, oh, I go to the past, or you can think there is a future, but there will never be the experience of future, and there is not an experience of past. Yeah. There is only an experience of the everlasting presence that is in this very moment. And even that moment, you cannot have it. There is not a moment, you see. Yeah. The idea that there is a moment would mean that there is two other places that sandwich this moment, right? And this is not the truth. There is not such a sandwich construction of time. There is nothing like that. Yeah. There is just an everlasting space. Yeah. And this is why time is individual. Yeah. We agreed on a frequency from a certain mineral that the way that mineral vibrates, yeah, right? It's a quartz. Then that vibrates in God knows how much time or risen, yeah. And from there we take the time, no? That is in relationship with the cosmic events that we have, and so on and so on. But the feeling of time, that's the only way we can understand, or let's say speak about it, is individual, right? So you can sit in a place and the time doesn't move, yeah, because you're bored or whatever. And you can be in a situation where the time is running, you know? But this is always an ego perspective. When that is not happening anymore, yeah, and that is for every one of us latest at the moment of death, physical death, no? Then in that physical death, that the ego is related basically to the body, yeah, first of all, yeah. All our worries and all our wishes and all our desires are located in the body. Yeah, this is essential thing, yeah. So when you come out of this body, automatically you will experience the everlasting presence, no? And this is such a relief. This is such an incredible relief for your soul, for your whole being, that you will never want to come back in such a situation. Yeah. And this ego can only be present with others. Yeah. It is not working. It is not there in the same way when you are by yourself. And this is the reason why you cannot stay long alone easily. Yeah. Because this ego needs company, yeah, to exist. So when you are 100% identified with this being that lives in time, yeah, this entity that thinks all the time about time also, and suddenly you are by your own, be it that you sit in a prison alone or that you sit on an island alone, wherever you can be alone, let's say. Yeah, that is also a question, if you can be alone. But let's say physically, there might be situations where you are alone. Then this will only be possible that you say to yourself, there will come somebody, Yeah, or I will be found, or I will be relieved, or I will be whatever. You will think forward, but you cannot come out of the everlasting presence. So the moment you give that up, yeah, you stop worrying, you stop looking to the back, what has passed, and you stop looking to the future. The moment you train yourself to come deeper in contact with what we would call reality, because the reality does not disappear. It is always present, right? But this body, physical body, has a rhythm, and it cannot stay long by itself awake, and it needs to rest. Yeah. And when it rests, you enter into your energetic body, and this is where you get all the impressions, by the way. Yeah. Where all your memory is there, where your impressions are located. But then when you sleep, when you have a very good sleep, you enter into your spiritual body. Yeah. Sometimes they call it the causal body, but I don't like that name because it doesn't tell anything. What is the meaning of a causal body? Yeah, that is an invention from somebody. I don't know who invented it, but it doesn't mean a thing, isn't it? Yeah, causal body. What causal? Yeah, what should that mean? Yeah. So it's your spiritual body, and that spiritual body is untouchable. Yeah. It's made out of light, and you cannot do a thing to the light, right? So the things you experience, yeah, are only in these first two bodies, but it is actually the energetic body that experiences everything, right? Yeah. So, and you understand that when someone that you love very much passes away, then the body is as it was before. Let's say it takes an hour or 2 hours, whatever is the process. But in that moment, the body doesn't change a lot. Yeah. And let's say the person would be very young. You see a very young body there. Yeah. But you understand nobody is inside. There is no presence. There is nobody there. There is just this body, and it gives you feel already repelled. You don't want to caress that body. You don't want to hug it really, maybe for a moment, because you have this link to the body, but you will feel immediately, especially when you have been present during the process, that nobody is at home anymore, yeah, in this body, right? And this is the awakening. This is why it is so good if you are present when someone passes away that you love very much, be it your parents, hopefully, that you can be there when they go, or anyone that is close to you, because those lessons that you experience or you will experience in that moment are priceless. Yeah. Even mentally all this thing, what does it mean? But as it is not a mental experience, in that sense, yeah, it is one of the strongest experiences you may have in your lifetime. Yeah. Therefore, when you worry about the future, yeah, this is a mental construction that has no connection, because this future does not exist. This is why there cannot be said anything except from the divine most high. How would the script look like, yeah, in the next moment? Anything can happen, absolutely anything. Anything can change from one day to the next moment, from one moment to the next moment. It just can turn around, right? And how this turns around, you cannot foresee it. Yeah. This is a very important thing, and this is the reason why we shouldn't talk about future. Yeah? Because words are manifesting. The thought, as long as the thought is inside of you, it has a strength, but it hasn't a strong strength. At the moment you speak it, it becomes kind of manifest. The moment you write it, that's the strongest manifestation of the word. Or you recite it, yeah. Or you sing it. There's a very strong manifestation of the word. And the moment it is said, you cannot take it back. That's one of the three things that you cannot bring back. Yeah. Therefore, maybe some of you have done the Uvesi process. One of them is controlling your tongue, right? Yeah, that you learn somehow to understand the importance how you speak and what you speak. And you develop this consciousness that anything you spoke cannot be returned. You cannot take it back. Yeah. You may excuse yourself for it. You may apologize. You may wish that it doesn't have this misunderstanding maybe, but you cannot take it back. Yeah. So what do? We are witnesses. Yeah. And the entrance into reality is to witness. And this is why the entrance into the tradition is to say what we call Shahada, which means you enter consciously in the position of a witness, right? This is what is behind. Now, when you take it too much on the religious part, then you miss actually what is the point of all of that. Yeah. But it is said that only this phrase, yeah, that shows you are witnessing a reality, that this is enough. Yeah. That this is utterly enough to start your path, right? If you then practice anything or you keep anything, this is not any more relevant. Yeah. It is suggested, it is advised, but it is not forced. Yeah. Right? Then when you take the next step and say, okay, I am becoming an active witness. Yeah. I participate in the maintenance of this reality. Yeah. I'm have the intention to speak truth. I'm sincere. Yeah. I'm taking responsibility. And not a responsibility, but 100% responsibility, meaning everything I feel, everything I express, everything that comes to me comes out of the understanding that I am the source of my own fate. Yeah. Right? You write your book. No? It is not written by an unknown force. It is you that writes it, and this is why you are given the position of Khalifatullah. Yeah. You can understand, you get God consciousness, yeah, on earth. You are not the divine itself, but you are able to reach God consciousness in this, what we call earth. No? And there you can write what you want to be written. Yeah. You can rewrite it. You can overwrite it. Yes. If not, what would be the point of all? So what you can do to make it clear, Everything, of course, is written from the very first moment of existence that we cannot know and not describe. Yeah. Everything, because there's only everlasting presence, so everything is already created, and this is it. Yeah. Let's say it like this. You are sitting in your own movie, yeah, right? And what it does, what is the suggestion? It says the best thing you can do is surrender, relax, let go all the wishes and desires to change here, to change there, and let just the film happen. Because the way it is written to you, and you do that, yeah, will be just miraculously. It will be magically, it will be in such an extent that you cannot imagine it, right? You want to imagine more, yeah. Because you say, it is not correctly written here, it's not good written, yeah. It's written against me, yes. That this is an illusion, you see. You're sitting in the interpretation of reality. And your interpretation of reality is not a good one because the one that interprets this reality is a negative entity. Yeah? It has a negative polarity. So you interpret your whole life as a disaster. Yeah? Maybe not every point of it, but a lot of it. No? So when you understand those things, and you will come to it because reality wins, yes or yes. That's the good news. Yes. You can have the smartest mind, yeah, but reality wins. Yes. Isn't it nice that you don't have to be smart at all? That's another good news. You can be just a donkey. Yeah, Malana always said, yeah, we are donkeys. No, or we are not donkeys, he said, but you behave like donkeys. No, yeah. But let's say you are a donkey, no, yeah. Then your life will be fantastic, Yeah. You can ask any donkey, how is his life? He says, it's super. Yeah. Or any bird, or any one of them. You ask a cat, how is your life? Yeah. And the cat will say, what a question. Yeah, I have the most fantastic life a cat can have, right? Mm. All the existence says this. Yeah. You can almost say every molecule speaks that, right? So that's why to worry about yourself is unloving yourself. Yeah. Do not worry about yourself. This is one of the worst mistakes of interpretation, misinterpretation, right? Have faith that your life is a good life and that everything that is written in this movie for you is to your benefit, no? Because the spirit body, that's the only body that exists in reality. Yeah? The other is just a dream body, yeah, in a short time interval that does not exist either. Yeah, because it's a dream, okay, that is real and not real. Yeah, that's why we dream, so you have an idea what it could be. Yeah, it's just a reflection of something that makes you to wake up. Yeah, this is why you feel some dreams are very meaningful, because they connect you to a higher truth. Yes, and also other dreams, psychological dreams, can give you an insight of your emotional situation, whatever it is, right? So in reality, everything is written with a supreme love. No? Have this faith. Because a part of reality, or a part, uh, all what is called all, yeah, Allah, yeah, the all Allah, right? The all one, is in permanent love, permanent bliss, in permanent ecstasy, right? Good. Thank you and have a good week. See you. Yes, see you next week also. And all the best to you. Juma Mubarak. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.